Hello, I am Ellie, and I have been really feeling so powerfully the energy of bliss after letting go of my anxious attachment and moving through that process, which I have documented here in these videos. I am now in a place where I am consistently, most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time I have very easy access to this energy of bliss energy. So in this video I want to speak about bliss energy, what it feels like in the body, what you experience it as, how you experience bliss, and how you can increase the bliss that you feel. So bliss energy in the body, it feels like open, expansive energy. It's a very powerful energy. Bliss energy is felt in the body. It moves through all of your cells. So to feel bliss is to be all consumed with this bliss energy. Bliss energy is God energy, source energy, whatever you want, by whatever name you would like to call it. Bliss energy is powerful energy. Bliss energy is the most, in my opinion, powerful energy that we as humans can feel on this planet. So it is very beautiful energy. It also feels, so it's a open, expansive, every cell in your body is alive with the bliss energy, with openness. And also in your heart, you feel like there is a light and activation in your heart space where you are both emanating and receiving love. And the energy you're also in to feel the energy of bliss is surrender. So we can all feel bliss, and I'm sure that you have felt bliss sometime in your life, but actually we can cultivate in our lives more of this feeling just from going outside in an early morning as the sunrise is rising and, having a sip of coffee and just feeling bliss energy. It's this energy is available to all of us, and there has been a clear path for me where I have experienced bliss occasionally, and then where it has grown and grown and grown. So the path is not linear. Our path is not linear. It's more like a circle, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be talking about our path as sort of a moving forward on our journey towards experiencing bliss more. So to experience bliss more, we have to align our energy to be a vibrational match to bliss. So for me, I have been on a long journey of focusing on gratitude. Very important not to deny painful emotions when they come up, not to spiritually bypass things that I need to look at. The shadow, I love the shadow. I love the spider. And I just recently found out that the spider, which I have a strong connection to, represents the shadow. So I'm very comfortable in the shadow energy. The shadow energy is leading us into the light. Many spiritual teachers will tell you that to get to the light, you have to go through the darkness. You have to go through an underworld initiation. So to feel more bliss is not in any way to skip out on feeling the denser, harder, more difficult, painful, excruciating even energies. Those are important for us to feel and to process, to release, to transmute, to allow to move through us, and for us to gain the wisdom from these energies. So all energies are beautiful, all energies are information, and all energies are important. So to align your vibration to more bliss includes allowing yourself to feel those energies moving through your body, to understand how to allow them to move through your body, which is to feel the energy without a mental story, meaning as to why, oh, woe is me, no judgment. Sometimes things happen to us and they're painful, and it makes sense that we would have thoughts to support that. But if we're talking about releasing pain and having our frequency, our vibration rise, then the story, the mind actually keeps us stuck in a loop of the pain, which no one wants. So the process is to fully allow, to surrender to that pain emotion moving through your body without thought and meaning, to the best of your ability in meditation. And for me, just for anyone who's really interested in doing that, for me, it is most helpful to have, I type in high frequency vibrational music on YouTube. And so the sound, there's no words, but there's the sound coming in, and it sort of pulls me into the body, out of the mind. And sound is very powerful, so our body is affected by sound, and it's just can be very grounding, especially if you are someone who has a hard time quieting your mind. I do in meditation, actually. So for me, the sound is powerful. It's beautiful to ground me, root me into my body, and to also, when you focus just on the sound without thought, that can also help you to stay out of the mind. So to feel bliss, we have to align our energy to that frequency. And the more our base frequency is aligned with bliss energy, it's a vibrational match, the more frequently we will feel the energy of bliss. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about my process, my journey, my spiritual journey, about how I cultivated bliss energy within me, and how I now have become a vibrational match to feel bliss frequently. Even at work, I work 2 jobs now, and my second job I absolutely love. I work at this Japanese restaurant, and I love being immersed in the Japanese culture, and it's just so beautiful. And I love the restaurant, and I love the aliveness of the movement happening in the restaurant, and the busyness and the people, and I just love it. But it's hard work on my body. I work 17-hour shifts, back-to-back shifts, and then other shifts that I'm working. But even in this, so when you align your vibration to this bliss energy, to when you come home to yourself, that is like the path to bliss right there, when you actually come home to be with yourself. And I've talked about that in a lot of my videos. So I can still feel, so I can feel this, maybe not bliss. So in these moments, a 17-hour shift, I feel joy, I feel happiness, I feel gratitude. I am able to move through challenging situations, physical. This is a physical challenge, a little bit mental, because too much play, too much work without some play, it drains me, can drain you. But still, even in these times, I am able to connect to peace and joy and gratitude really easily. So for me on my journey, what I did was I started to awaken first to the fact that I am not my ego, I am not my emotions, I am the essence that never changes underneath all of that. So I am we are the depth of us, the truth of us is that which never changes. It's always been there. So when you were a child, in the middle part of your life to wherever you are now, everything else changed, environment changed, people change, but this part of you never changed. So it is powerful to come and connect to this part of yourself through simply starting for mindfulness. You don't even have to go right into meditation, but meditation is so powerful, so I started to cultivate mindfulness. I started with mindfulness, and I just started to enjoy the simplicity of simple things, like when I would put my hands under warm water and just to feel, like the pleasure of that, and the peace of that, and just to be in the present moment. So starting to practice mindfulness will bring you into the present moment. So for me, there are 3 key ingredients for cultivating bliss, for feeling bliss, and that is to be with self, to come home with self, to surrender to what is. And when we fully surrender, that's what allows us to come into the present moment more powerfully also. And 3rd ingredient is love energy, because that bliss energy, when you're feeling it, it's this open, expansive love and activation. You can feel it in your heart, and you are giving and receiving love. So those are the ingredients. So the next thing that I did was I started to go into deep meditations to open my heart, to just feel love. So I would put, again, high frequency vibrational music on YouTube, and I would just bliss out in love. So if you're open, surrendered in the present moment to love, that's where bliss is. That's where you find bliss. And here's the beautiful thing. The more that you do that, the more that you just take, 20 minutes of your day and just bliss out. First of all, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So grows the bliss, the energy. And then the more that you do that, it starts to become your core vibration, or stronger part of your vibration. So our vibration is built, our core essence, on what we do, the patterns, our actions, our thoughts. It on everything, really. Everything that we do matters, affects our vibration. So if you are consistently doing things like coming into the present moment, surrendering, let going of worries, trusting, oh, it's so difficult for many people, but my ability to really trust, to root down deep into the trust that I have for universe, also for self. So I have been on a journey of learning to trust myself. So this is very important too. If you have a relationship with yourself in which you do not trust yourself, you don't even like yourself very much, then that connection to bliss will be blocked for you, because you are bliss, you are love, this is your birthright to feel bliss. But when we are warring with ourselves, when we are seeing ourselves as unworthy or wrong, bad, there's something unlovable about me, this is a heart block. If you have an anxious or avoidant attachment, you have a heart block. So you can still feel bliss, but the more you let go of that, the more that you caretake that relationship with yourself, most important relationship you will ever have, and you start feeding love into yourself. I love me. I am worthy. I care about me. Hey, how are you doing, self? Oh, you're feeling pain? Tell me about that. You listen to your pain. You allow it to communicate with you, and then with compassion, you care about that. So I should add that to the fourth ingredient, actually, is relationship to self. So on my journey of consistently connecting to nature, just being in nature. So this is another practice if you want to start the path to feel more bliss in your life, bliss energy, beautiful energy, is to just go outside, bare feet. The warm weather where I live is coming in, so beautiful. And just to put your bare feet on the ground, grass, dirt. I like the dirt, honestly. And just lay down and look up at the sky and just be fully present with the sky. The sky has this energy of open, expansive freedom, okay? And so when I first started out, I would just be looking at the sky, and then thoughts would come up, and I would just observe them, allow them to be there, just sort of be amused or curious about the thoughts, but not feeling the need to interact with the thoughts. So just allowing them to be there. And when you do that, your thoughts actually, they don't stick to you, because you're not feeding into them. If you have a thought and then you say, oh yeah, that, you can feed into that thought, and then you get sucked into that. So it's like a training to get used to just allowing the thoughts to be there, and knowing that it's just thoughts that you have. These are patterns, these are maybe vibrational frequency you have, beliefs that you have, but that all are happening really for the most part in the subconscious, out of your awareness. So it can be very amusing when you start to be successful at this practice, just to this is the beginning practice of starting a relationship with you and your ego, and realizing that they're separate, actually, and it is a great tool to have, but with this new awareness, you actually become empowered. You're not run by the chit-chatty ego mind. So the ingredients to feeling bliss is relationship to self. It is surrender to the present moment, being fully in the present moment. Love, feeling love, allowing yourself to open up to enjoy the simplicity of the moment, really just being present. So I really love this bliss energy. It is so powerful, so beautiful. And there is so much opportunity for you to experience bliss. And like I said, it's not a linear path. it's really a circle. We're all connected and things are not happening like we think in this linear line. But here on Earth, in the Earth realm, we sort of do go on a path, and the more that you tap into those things that I told you about, the 4 ingredients to bliss, the more you have access to bliss, because this becomes a part of your vibration. So because of the law of attraction, or the law of mirroring, some people call it, you are drawing in like energy. So we all have a base frequency. So we like my base frequency, for example, is very joyful, very happy, very peaceful, playful. This is my core energy. And then of course I feel the whole spectrum of emotions because I am human, but my base energy, my base frequency of joy, playful, love, light-hearted, this is what I'm most magnetizing with in my life. So people get very afraid when they start to learn about manifestation, because when they're in pain or they are having, some very uncomfortable energy in their body, they start to panic, like, oh, I'm gonna attract, this or that. No, what is your core frequency? All types of energy will move through our bodies, and we will experience different energies as life experiences unfold for us. But we also have, and that energy, that there's a delay on manifestation until you get really, really high in vibration. So when you have like pain in your body and you're addressing it, don't worry, you're not manifesting bad things. No, this is the process. We have to allow the pain to move through us. We have to be present with it. So that is not your core. So if your core essence, if all the time you are in pain, all the time, dark energies feeling, when I say dark, I just mean like heavy, dense, then you are going to be drawing in more things to support that energy that you were in. So vibration is very important. I love vibration energy. So to learn about this is powerful, but it is your core essence that is going to be magnetizing in the most, more powerfully, to be manifesting and creating. So yes, so I hope this made sense to you. Let me know if you have any questions. I love the energy of bliss. It's such a beautiful feeling, God energy. It's so beautiful. So let me know if you like this video. Go ahead and support me by subscribing. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will love to connect with you soon. Thank you.